Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we're going to take our yoga practice up against the wall. So if you can move your mat or whatever you're laying on up to some open wall space in your home or wherever you happen to be, please do that. And while you're at it, go find a strap, a long sock, a towel, something that you can use to make your arms a little bit longer today. And once you have set up against the wall and you found a strap of some kind, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. All right, so we are gonna start off today by bringing our legs up the wall, and I just want you to have your strap or whatever you're using nice and close to you. And if you've been following my channel, pretty closely for the past few weeks, we've been doing a number of practices up against the wall because I love it and I spend a lot of my yoga practices these days up against the wall. I just find it nice and relaxing. So if you're there, if you're feeling that way too with me, yeah, you should enjoy today's practice as well. So if you're new to bringing your legs up the wall, I kind of just brought mine up without explaining it, but bring your hips nice and close. Slide, walk, swing your legs up, do the best you can. We want to get our hips as close as we can, so they don't have to be right up against the wall, but if you're like 3 feet against the wall, maybe try to shimmy a little bit closer, and then ultimately, the goal here is just to take all of the weight out of the feet and the ankles and the legs, the entire low body. So if you have your legs up the wall and your eyes just seem to close because you're already starting to relax, just let them close, reaching your arms. You can rest your arms wherever you'd like, even above the head or on your tummy. And I just want you to take this time to take some nice, deep breath. Putting some effort into each inhale you take, filling your body up completely with air. And then exhaling nice and slow. And just keep breathing nice and deep. Maybe giving the toes a little wiggle. Maybe even the fingers a little wiggle. And just continuing to feel the breath as you let go of your day. Whatever it is that might be weighing heavy on your shoulders lately. So we're going to stay here a little bit longer, but if you've got the space or if you'd like to let your feet come out a little wider, you can let your feet slide down the wall. Feeling a nice stretch through the inner legs, maybe even into those hips. And then wherever you decided to go with your legs, maybe they're still together. Let's just find some stillness throughout the body. And just feel your stomach moving up and down with each breath. And just feeling how heavy your upper body is getting on the ground. Your arms, just let them melt into the floor beneath you. And as well as the low back, see if you can make that connection where the low back is pushing into the ground. And then if you have your legs out nice and wide like I do, I just want you to slowly bring your feet back together. You might want to grab onto the outside of your legs, helping them come all the way back together. If you feel like you need to give your legs a little shake, a little bit of movement, feel free to do so. Well, we're going to find our straps or towels, whatever you've got handy today. And we're going to place that strap on the ball of the right foot. Let's do the right foot first. So just underneath your toes. So ideally, you don't have to lift your head and your shoulders to hang on to the foot. So if you have that strap or towel or whatever to make your arms a little longer, that's perfect. And then you can just start by bringing the foot back to the wall. And you're gently going to hang on to that towel or that strap just to help flex the foot. You might already feel a stretch through the back of that leg. And if so, you can keep your foot on the wall or against the wall. But if not, if you want more, just think about pulling the toes towards the forehead. So the heel is coming away from the wall. So you can play with it till you find a nice stretch through your hamstring, through your calf. You might have a big bend in your knee. You might have a straight leg, whatever feels good for you. So play with it until you're happy with what you're feeling. And then I don't care really what that left leg is doing. You can relax it. You can bend it, whatever helps you get a nice stretch through that right side. And just settling in here for a few breaths. I just want you to notice the low back, the tailbone. Try not to go so far that it wants to lift up. Keep that tailbone connected to the ground. And we'll stay here for just another 3 breaths. So if you need to move a little bit, you can. If you need to take it a little deeper, take it deeper. Or just breathe. Putting some nice effort into those nice big inhales and slow exhales. Let's do one more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Start to bend that leg, slide, or take your strap, whatever, off of your foot and send that right leg up the wall. If you need to do a little wiggle, a little shake, just notice those nice sensations running through that right leg. Wiggle it out, shake it out if you need to, or maybe just be completely still. So we'll move to the other side whenever ready to do so. Bring that strap to that foot. So right beneath the toes on the ball of that foot, when we put it in the middle of the foot, we don't flex that foot quite as much. So you might find that when that strap's on the ball of your foot, just below those toes, you don't have to go as far as maybe when your strap is close towards your heel or such. But once again, we're just going to play with it. We're going to move a little bit till we find that nice stretch through that left leg this time. Might look a little different than the other side. That's completely fine. Just think about keeping the tailbone and the low back connected to the ground. I'm taking just a few more moments on this side. Make any adjustments you might need. And then let's take those last 3 nice and big breaths. Now one more if you're still with me. And exhale, starting to let that go. Take your strap off of your foot, moving it off to the side. Just send the legs up the wall, keep them together. If you need to wiggle around, you can, but just notice the sensations now running through the left leg and maybe still in that right leg. Awesome job, you guys. All right, we are going to come off of the wall. So we'll bring our legs. They can come slide down to either side, up to you. We're going to come all the way up onto our knees. And we're going to turn to face the wall. So I'm just going to come over here. We're going to stay, well, you could stand or you could be on your knees, depending on how hard the surface is that you're on. But we're going to get into the front of our neck here. So we're going to come nice and close to the wall. We're going to lift the chin, and you're just going to kind of rest your chest and your chin on the wall. So lifting that chin as high as you can get it. If you would like some support, you can bring your hands behind your head and maybe just taking a little bit of that weight out of the neck. But if you're feeling up for it and you're able to just let the arms hang by your sides, you might be able to go a little bit deeper. So get nice and close to the wall, chest to the wall, chin to the wall. If for whatever reason you can't get your chin nice and close to the wall because the girls are in the way or anything else, you can simply just do this one without the wall. And just lift the chin as high as you can get it. So a little weird for this one. But I tried it this morning and it felt pretty good for me. But we're all different. So whatever you're doing, we're finding a stretch in the front of the neck. Soften your shoulders. Take a nice big breath. Awesome work, you guys. So nice and slow. Let's start to bring that chin back down to neutral. And you can start to shimmy yourself away from the wall or walk away from the wall. So just take a second, sit on your heels for a moment. Let's just drop the chin towards the collarbone for a little counter stretch. Maybe bringing the hands behind the head if you want a little bit more. And then when you're feeling good, you can just lift your chin back up, maybe move it a little bit more side to side. And then we're going to come back for that wall. So moving into our chest and our shoulders, our arms. You can stand, you can kneel, whatever you prefer, but we're going to bring our forearm to the wall, palm to the wall, elbow to the wall. So everything is touching the wall. And then you're just going to start to kind of turn away from the wall, opening up that chest to whatever direction is away from the wall, but keeping that elbow and that arm where it is. So the elbow is kind of in line with the shoulder. Feeling this through the arm, the chest, that shoulder, and you just want to think about turning away from the wall. So not quite as relaxing as when we are laying down with our legs to the wall. A little bit of effort here. Just opening up that chest. Nice. So slowly, let's start to let that go. Hopefully you felt that one. We get another try on the other side. If you need some shoulder rolls, you can take it. Just flipping around here, we'll bring our other forearm to the wall now. So try to get the elbow in line with the shoulder. It's not down to the floor. It's not way up high. Your fingers can point up the wall, palm to the wall, and then you're just trying to look away. Look away from your arm. Turn your chest away from your arm. And then breathe. Just another few breaths here. Think about turning that chest. You might not have to go very far. Awesome, you guys. All right. Come out of that. Let it go. Little shake, little shoulder roll if you want it. I want to do one more shoulder opener before we go back into something, a surprise. So again, standing or on your knees. Let's do our puppy dog. This is one of my favorite shoulder openers, using the wall. So you're going to bring your hands to the wall and then let your chest just fall. Let your head be heavy. Those of you that want a little extra today, you can actually bring your forearms to the wall. I like to bring my palms together, and then you can, same thing, let your chest and your head fall towards the floor. If your arms slide down the wall, that's completely fine as long as it feels good. And if you're standing up, you might get a nice hamstring stretch to that low body. But we want to think about opening the shoulders here. So just let your chest be heavy, as well as your head. Awesome work, you guys. Use an inhale. Woo. Lift yourself up away from the wall. Oh, I love that one. That one feels so good. Give yourself a little shake or a little shoulder roll. And now we're going to bring our legs back up the wall. So like we started, you're not going to need your strap. So just move that out of the way. Let's send our legs back up the wall. And then before you get too comfy, we're actually going to bring our feet about shoulder width apart. And we're going to slide our feet down the wall. So bring the bottoms of your feet to the wall and start to bend your knees. Your feet could be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, but just walk your feet down. The knees are out wide, and you can walk your feet as low as your hips will let you. So think about that tailbone, that low back. I want you to try and push it into the ground. It likes to lift up, but don't let it. This is kind of a happy baby variation with the wall. So we're feeling this through the hips. to just relax. And if this doesn't feel good or feel right for you and you like doing happy baby by hanging onto your feet, you can definitely do that. Awesome work, you guys. Let's slowly let that go. Walk your feet back up the wall and all the way together. If you need a little shake or what, a little wiggle or anything, just do that. And then we're gonna spend our Shavasana here. So rest your arms wherever's comfy. Closing your eyes. Just really settling in. As always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as you have time for. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And until we meet again, namaste.